Hi BookTube, Thea here, and this is part 3 of my April book haul. In part 3 of this book haul, there are a total of 10 books, and because my battery is about to die, I'm not going to give too much of a description on them, and most of them are pretty known, but I will have all of the links to Goodreads in the description below, and I'll just go ahead and dive right in and show you guys what I got. The first book that is in the last part of this haul is a book that is all over BookTube. I believe it came out last year, and I believe the sequel is coming out either this year or next year, and I definitely wanted to get it read before the sequel came out. I found it in my used bookstore for $7, so I couldn't pass it up, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabib Tahar. Please let me know how you actually pronounce this, but I've heard mixed things about it. A lot of people love it, a lot of people don't really care for it, but I wanted to form my own opinion, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and give it a read and hopefully get to it before the sequel is released. Catch Me If You Can, The True Story of a Real Fake by Frank W. Abagnale. I've seen the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio more than once. I didn't realize it was based on a book, but I did find this at Goodwill the other day for $2 and I couldn't pass it up. I was like, I love the movie, I should read the book. The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. I have had this book on my TBR before 2 years ago, and then I took it off and I was like, you know what, I'm probably never gonna get to it. And then I saw it at Goodwill and I was like, well, I guess it's going back on my TBR. The next book is a book that I have already read, but I've been wanting to own a copy of it, and I found a hardcover for $4, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up, and that is Marley and Me by John Brogan. I saw the movie, I enjoyed the movie, and I honestly did read the book before the movie came out, and I loved the book. It made me cry so much. But I love this edition too. It's all really nice and soft, and it's really good condition. Maybe I'll give it a reread. I don't normally reread a lot of books because I just have so much on my TBR, but maybe this is something I'll give a reread to. The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein is the next book that I have. I love animal books. I'm a huge animal lover, and I will basically read anything about animals. And I love the concept of this book, that it's told from the dog's point of view, which is not something that you see every day, and I'm a sucker for dogs. I have a 60-pound lap dog. And I'll read anything if it has a dog in it. So I'm super excited to read this. Next I have a book that I actually picked up from Goodwill. I know absolutely nothing about it, and it's called City of Dark Magic by Magnus Fleet. I do know that it takes place in Prague, and it's kind of a steampunky magic, and I didn't need to know much more about it than that. I heard Prague, I heard steampunk, I heard magic. The main character works with Beethoven. And I was sold. I was like, I don't need to know anything else about this book. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to read it and I'm going to love it. So super excited to get to this. I believe this is a series. It might be a standalone, but I think it's a series. Maybe a duology, I believe. But I'm definitely wanting to go ahead and read this, and maybe I'll do a review on it. Next, I have The Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen by Siri James. I am super excited to read this book. I have wanted to read this book for 2 years. Finally found a copy of it. It's in great condition. This basically is a book about what if Jane Austen's memoirs were discovered 100 years after her death. It's basically the story of if it reveals a secret love romance that she has. But I love Jane Austen. Everyone knows Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite books. If it has Jane Austen on it, or Pride and Prejudice, or if it's remotely to Jane Austen, I'll buy it and I'll read it. I've heard Siri James also has another Jane Austen book, which I'll probably pick up. Next, I have The Weight of Words by Georgiana Guthrie. I honestly don't know anything about this book. This was another book that I won in a Goodreads giveaway. I do know that this is a first in a series. And it's a new adult romance about a student who falls in love with her TA, and that's about all I know. It sounded interesting on Goodreads, and I won it, so I'm super excited to read it. The next book I have is a book that I've seen on a few people's haul videos. I don't know much more about it. I know it's about angels, and I know it's the first in the series, and the series has 4 books, and it's called Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. And I love this cover, I don't know, but I don't know much more about this book than that. It does say a sacred oath, a fallen angel, a forbidden love. The last thing that I have is a bind up of 3 books, and it's called Don't Close Your Eyes Trilogy by Lisa McMahon, and it consists of Wake, Fade, Gone. Again, this is a book that I know absolutely nothing about. I saw it in my used bookstore for $3, and it was the binder of all 3, so I was like, great, I could just marathon this series. I do know that the main character's name is Janie, and she gets sucked into people's dreams. And so basically, one night, she gets sucked into a nightmare, and she is more than a witness, she is a participant. So it sounds like it's a really interesting, and I liked that it was a binder of all 3, so I can just go ahead and marathon it. There is one other book that I am getting, but it hasn't come in the mail yet, and that is a copy of Me Before You. I was the winner of Aria from Book Geek Movie Freak, and her monthly giveaway. I was the winner, and I got to pick any book of my choice. That was up to $15, and so I chose Me Before You so I could read it before the movie comes out. So that concludes part 3 of my April book haul. This is probably my biggest book haul to date. I went into April saying I wasn't going to buy any more books, that I was on a book buying ban, and I have now accumulated 25 books. So, I don't know. I'm going to say this for May, and you guys are my witness. I am on a book buying ban. I am not buying any books for May, but I know that I'm going to. So I'm going to say that I'm not, but that's probably, I'm not going to keep to that. But we will see how May goes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.